Hi, I am Sally. Welcome to my channel on human rights. The reason for my channel is this. I am a mother of 2 boys. They are not yet 18 but they are not far away. For the last 5 years I have been reading articles and watching videos in what men call the manosphere. Quite frankly, I fear for my boys and their future. This is why my channel exists. I have wanted to speak up for a long time. I have a lot to say. But I have seen how women who speak out are attacked by other women and even some men. So I remained silent all these years. For years, as my boys have grown up, I have watched what can only be called the appalling devastation of men's lives via the family law courts. I am forever in the debt of the brave men who have broken the truth about the family law courts for us mothers of boys to read about. I knew the family law courts were bad. I knew women abused their husbands. I knew women used their children as weapons to get more money for themselves. All women know this. But I did not know that the whole family law court organization was criminal. I did not know that the family law courts were planned to be like they are. That came as a shock to me. As I said, I fear for my boys. I would like to see them married and happy one day. I would love to be a grandmother one day. But looking at what is happening to men, even I would tell my sons to not marry, or even date, given the way men are so routinely treated by women and the courts. I work in the corporate world. I will talk more about that on my Who Am I video. I fear for my job in speaking out. I am sure that should I be identified I will lose my job and my career. I work in IT and have done so for more than 20 years now. I have another 15 or 20 years of working before I can retire. I do not want to be fired from my job for speaking out and telling the truth. We need the money. My husband and I hope to be able to put our boys through university if they do well enough to make it. To make it more difficult to identify who I am, I working with a colleague who will remain unnamed who is helping me hide my identity. I will give you some details about myself to establish my credibility, but I will not provide details that might be able to identify me. I will write and record my videos using text-to-speech software. This you can see right now. I will then pass the recorded video to my friend who runs this channel. So not even the email address for AdSense account is tied to me. I may also create the PayPal for donations, but if I do not, even that will be tied to me. It will all go through intermediaries because I fear for my job. What I am going to say on this channel is what I feel needs to be said by a woman, in public. It is so sad that what needs to be said can't not be said in my own name. I live in Australia, which we used to call the lucky country. It is no longer the lucky country. That I fear for my job for speaking the truth tells me 1984 has arrived. My boys are going to live in fear all their lives if we do not do something about what is happening in our government and with my fellow women. I am going to talk about the issues that my boys face and the solutions that have been discussed. I am going to do my bit, as we say in Australia. In a few weeks it will be Anzac Day here. That is the 25th of April for those of you who do not know. Given my age 40s, I knew lots of Anzacs from World War II when I was a little girl. These men would be spinning in their graves if they could see what Australia has become today. These men fought in the war when my parents were just little children. So many of our brave Anzacs did not come home. We owe these men so much. We owe it to them to give their great-grandchildren the sort of country they fought and died for. But that is not what we have today. We have desecrated the memory of our Anzacs, and it pains me terribly to see this. I also fear another war. I fear my sons might be swept up in it. I look at the situation in the Middle East and the Ukraine, and I can see how this could also easily blow up into another large conflict. It does not take much imagination at all to see that things could very easily get out of control and another large war be started. I also fear civil unrest here in Australia. The mood is turning more and more nasty by the year. Just last weekend there were more clashes on the issue of the Islamification of Australia. These were just minor skirmishes, but the underlying social tensions are clearly very serious. This is not the country I grew up in as a little girl. Not by a long shot. Even though I have been watching this area for more than 5 years now, I see that there is not one single woman who is saying what needs to be said by a woman. As a woman who has reaped the benefits of affirmative action and been given the opportunity to have a career in IT, I was very shocked and stunned to notice that not one of my peers was saying that needs to be said. That really surprised me at first. I can't completely understand the anger of men. We asked you for a chance to show you what us women can do. With that chance we have done no less than stab you in the back. You gave us a chance out of love, compassion and generosity, and we betrayed you in large numbers. And ever after we betrayed you, none of us were woman enough to even admit it. I am so ashamed of myself. I am so ashamed of all my peers, my fellow women. Anzacs fought and died for my parents. Within one generation we have desecrated their memory, their sacrifice, and we have attacked and ruined the lives of their sons, grandsons, and if boys in my son's generation have their lives ruined as well, then even the Anzacs' great-grandsons as well. How could we women allow the memory of our Anzacs to be so desecrated as to call these men oppressors and part of the evil patriarchy that held women down? Like I said, I totally understand the anger of men in Australia and other Western countries today. It is fair and just that you are angry with us. I condemn any woman who tries to silence a man using "you are just butthurt" or "you are just angry," like being angry at being betrayed is some reason why you should not have the protection of the law. Those comments I see from women appall me. So, anyway, that is what this channel is about. This channel is about the first woman I know. First woman I know standing up and saying what needs to be said. If you know any other women doing the same, please point me to them, but after 5 years in this area I reckon I would have found any such woman by now. I hope you like the channel. I hope that my speaking out will make a difference. I hope my speaking out will get more women to do that same. Yours sincerely, Sally.